I hope you're ready.
This is Unbridled Thoughts.
We want to hear what you have to say.
Welcome back to Unbridled Thoughts. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ren, and you better grab the mane because there's no reins in Unbridled Thoughts.
I have been so excited about this. We had so much fun with Rebecca yesterday.
Aww.
That was like a whole trip and so much fun, and I'm still kind of mind blown. Are you mind blown by that?
I am so mind blown. But oh my gosh, first thing, I've got to tell you all, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I admire both of you so much as women, friends, business owners, all the things.
That's how we feel about you.
Well, I feel like, of course, I love any kind of capturing people's stories, and I feel like you all do that so beautifully.
Thank
you. And I think it's just such a cool thing that you're doing here and for the community and for the whole universe. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
So anyway, thank you for that. I just wanted to say that
I appreciate that so much.
Can we talk about what we did yesterday?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So Rebecca has some Teslas, and we learned that if you take a Tesla in the cemetery, the sensor that sees people walking by will sometimes go off when there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Like going through the cemetery.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of her Teslas she brought, which was so cool of you. And we went to the cemetery in Perry, Evergreen, which is like one of the oldest cemeteries.
It's beautiful.
And we rode through there, and the kids rode through there, and we like watching the screen, and we caught some stuff.
I couldn't believe how much we caught. Could you?
No.
I think the thing that just kind of surprised me the most is the, I don't know, spirits? I don't know, what are you going to call them? So the avatars would walk towards the car.
Yes.
That's what I thought was so crazy.
Yeah.
I've never even seen anything like that before.
Yeah,
so I thought
it was
wild.
like they were so curious.
Yeah.
But that one when we went down the middle and it was me, you, and the boys.
Oh.
And then he was like this weird one that was like he'd walk towards us at first and he'd get so close.
Oh yeah, he was like
and then he would,
shy
like,
almost. He was like,
and then he'd like face the car for a minute and then he'd
So
like
crazy.
turn his back completely away from the car.
He's like, wait. Can they see me?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And then the ones that would come up to the door and just be there.
Yeah.
And then we would look and there was absolutely nothing there. So wild.
And the craziest thing is like, okay, so those two that were kind of almost consistently right there at the front, they weren't always there.
No.
Yeah.
So it was like
really
they were
odd,
like there and then they weren't there and then they were there. It was just crazy.
And it was those two hot spots. It was like right when you drive straight into that main entrance, like that entrance where the arches are, and you turn right and go straight back like to the left. It was that spot, and then around the way towards the back in front of the river where the metal crosses are. Those were like the two most active areas.
Yeah, they really were.
Whew.
And then I actually got the one how that one was a little black emblem instead of a white.
That too.
That was weird.
Also, something I've never ever seen, even with the person.
Yeah,
it's never turned that color. So
and
that was really crazy.
The heat signature thing too. You said that.
Yes. So Zach and I were
trying
to figure that out too, and I think he had some sort of possible explanation, but we're not really sure.
Nice. You'll have to come with us next time.
We're going to research a little bit. But I think we should go in the evening.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were saying. It would be so cool to go at night.
And just see what it does there.
Yeah.
But I learned so much from Ren on this trip, too, through the cemetery. All of your knowledge of all the things. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah.
Her history.
Yes, I got the opportunity with Ellie Loudermilk. Shout out. She's with the Perry, Georgia Historical Society. And so I met her one day with all of my ideas and I was very, very passionate about just the history, and I love Halloween. I love spooky things, and she was so warm and sweet and welcoming to me. And she invited me to be one of the tour guides on the, they do like a cemetery tour of all the historical people that are buried there.
I want to do this.
And they do it every year. But she is with the Historical Society, and it's crazy. A lot of people don't know it's there, but it's in Perry, Georgia. And their hours are a little tight on the weekdays, but if you get a chance to go by there, they have so many important, cool artifacts from literally the history of Perry. Because, Perry is like, 200 years old? I think.
I'm not sure, yeah.
And then so it has like some of the stuff from the original churches.
Oh, wow.
There's like books from the churches for like baptisms and stuff.
So where
I think
is this again?
This is like in downtown Perry.
Oh, I've never known.
And then when right before they tore down the new Perry Hotel, she ran in there and grabbed a couple things.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I'm getting it.
So then what happened to the Perry hotel, is that still there or no?
No, unfortunately, they tore it down, but I think it was just, it was beyond what, financially, it was going to be beyond what anybody could really
restore
handle.
it.
Because don't quote me on this, I want to say it maybe had asbestos.
Oh.
And so that gets really, really
Yeah.
expensive to like try to work
At that
on.
point, yeah.
You nailed it. It is. It's 202
Most
years old.
impressive. Okay, go
Good job.
Yeah, that was
So
fun.
we got the idea from TikTok because we saw how people were doing that on TikTok, and that's how we got the idea. And we kind of have these like little random like, oh, we saw this on TikTok. Let's try to debunk it.
Okay,
or,
yeah.
You know, whatever.
So I don't know if that one really got
We
debunked.
did not debunk it. That one was tried and true.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what the other ones are that you all, debunked.
Yeah, we have a couple
Or
more
not.
we're going to be planning on doing here soon.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
gonna be fun. I'm already hyped for them.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Ren's like traveling the whole month of April, so we're gonna miss her and love her. But I'm so excited for her.
Yeah.
When she gets back, we'll have to go do all our little
Yes.
TikTok.
We've been going nonstop. Like I don't think people realize we drop an episode a week, which is a lot.
That is a lot.
And we love it, but I think it's going to be nice for everybody to have like a little break, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah,
kind of
I
like,
know, but your viewers are going to miss you so much.
Well, we're still dropping.
Oh,
because we have been
okay.
working our tails off.
So you can
Double
have
time.
some,
Yeah.
We've been doing
Aw,
like 2 and 3
you're welcome, you guys.
podcasts. Yeah. We've been doing like 2 to 3 or 4, I think, even a couple
Wow.
times a week, just to
Facial ones,
just to get
Oh my
caught up with
gosh,
everything.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But
so
then
we've
also,
been-
that downtime too, I'm sure is going to be like, you guys are going to come back so hot.
Yeah.
We're only going to miss 2 weeks of recording.
Oh, really?
No, it's 3. Because she's gone that other Monday.
I will figure it out.
And I was trying to think the other day, how long have we known each other?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's been at least 10 years, I think, right?
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it's been about 10 years
Wow.
at least.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, somewhere
That's
right
cool.
around there. You know, we met through our friend Gigi, but it's funny how I met Gigi. Have you ever heard that story?
No.
Oh my gosh. So our friend Gigi that you've also met,
Yeah.
So when we first moved to Warner Robins, Zach would go and get takeout from Sushi Thai. And every time he'd come back and he'd be like, this lady Gigi, this lady Gigi. And at this point, I'm like, who is this lady
Yeah, who's
Gigi?
Gigi?
Who is this Gigi? So then it was so funny because then
I
he was
love
like,
this.
you've got to meet her. You're just going to love her. I was like,
I don't like her already.
So then we go in and eat, and as soon as we sit down, Gigi sits next to me, and within like, oh my gosh, a minute, I was like, like she got up and had to go do something, but I looked at Zach, I was like, I love her.
He's
Yes.
like, I told
So
you.
much.
I told you.
Yes, he really did. And then, it's so funny too because good people attract good people. So of course then I got to
Oh, thank you.
bring
Yeah.
Ren into my life
Samesies.
too, which is amazing. And now I have this awesome
Yes.
other good friend.
We're only like a month in.
But it feels
That's
like way
okay.
longer than
it does
that
feel
too.
longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
it's
to
been
meet your
great.
kids yesterday. They are
I know.
so amazing.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
oh my
you.
gosh,
And I got
so-
to meet your son. He's such
Yeah.
a cutie.
Aw,
So smart.
sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
He's so smart.
Oh, he is. He's a really smart guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so fun. But it's like at some point too, I'm gonna have to pick your brain on all your parenting tips. What you think like the best? Yeah, I know, right? It's
If
like,
you're just listening to audio, Sarah made like the cutest like face. That was so funny. Like, ooh.
yeah, about that. No.
Well, anybody who knows my history, I wish that it was like a better parenting situation, you know what I mean? But because I was in that bad marriage, it was like, I don't feel like I feel like I get to be now with Kingston this like really great mom,
Aw.
and I feel like he even got the best of his dad, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For sure, yeah. But
Even when Kingston was little, because there was like a pause between the main stress, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
The main stressor in the marriage.
for sure, and you take that out.
Yes, and so then he got to have like more, like, so he's just so easy. He's been so easy. He's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I just feel really bad for our first 3 kids because I just felt like they were not involved in like the best situation. So
But
when you
know
say
what?
that,
No,
I'm
listen,
like,
especially your daughter too. Oh my gosh, she's such a great human. Oh, she was so nice. And
Yeah.
then, but you can tell that the like, and you know what? all of those situations too.
Yeah.
They're going to look back and they're going to be like, wow, look
Yeah.
what my mom overcame
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then she still became
They're
like
seeing that.
super mom.
Yeah, they're seeing that. They're seeing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like,
And they
oh,
will.
don't ask me for parenting
Yeah.
tips. Oh, I was surviving. I don't know how I survived, but we survived,
But
okay?
the older they get too, the more they're going to appreciate it and appreciate you too.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
you're so sweet. No, I think you're doing just fine. You're a great
No.
mom. Sage
No,
is
I'm
doing
not.
awesome.
Oh,
No, don't
Some days
tell
you
me
know how it
this.
is.
Come on.
Well, you know, it's like being a mom. Like some days you're like, "Oh, I'm killing it,"
Yeah.
and then other days you're like, "Well, that happened."
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here
So,
we
yeah.
are. Okay, well, now I traumatized them, so that's
Yep.
nice. Yeah, that's the truth. All right, we never even talked about, are you doing odds or evens?
I'll do evens this time since
Okay.
I did odds last time.
All right. So we do a little thing called blazing saddles just to try to get you warmed up, even though you're nice and warm, girl.
Oh, I don't know.
Toasty.
All right.
Just a couple quick questions. So,
Okay.
do you like sunsets or sunrises?
Oh, that's like asking me which kid is my favorite. I don't know. I
It
love
depends
both
on the day.
so much. I love both so much. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick one.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I love
perfect.
both.
I love that.
Must have snack.
Ooh, all of it. I love to eat. Food is my favorite.
Are you a salty girl or a sweet girl?
I think more salty.
Yeah.
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 So have you ever done one of those DNA tests that tells you what
Yeah,
your DNA
I
says?
want to.
You should. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It gives you like 100 different things that says, oh, you're more likely to be a fast runner or a long distance runner, or like
Yeah.
you like cilantro or you don't,
Yeah.
or
What
if you're a
test
vivid.
did you do?
So mine is just through ancestry.
Okay.
But yeah, so everything's pretty like our whole family did it, but everything was like spot on for all the things.
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, like I'm a
That's
really
cool.
avid, vivid dreamer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was like all the way to the end for that.
That's
Yeah,
Wow,
it's crazy.
that's so cool.
It's fun just to like play with and see.
Yeah, we actually have those sitting. That's what Jules got us all for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
was
You
the
should do
test,
it.
And we
Yes,
have
it's
not
a-
done it yet. I'm like,
Well, I can't wait to see yours and hear about it. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to have to try it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your favorite Friday night dinner? Do you have like a tradition
Ooh.
that you do, like a family tradition?
Well, we try to do our traditional dinners like Monday through Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Friday night is kind of like our either go out as a family or date night or
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I try to cook Monday through Thursday. I think it's really important to sit down as a family and eat together.
Yes.
I feel like that's the time where your kids are actually going to spill all the stuff. So-
Yeah.
when they're
No,
happy
I
in
agree
bed
with
and all
that
the
100%.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, so usually it's just whatever is going on in the community, going to eat,
Yeah.
do something fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
that
about
is
you?
a tradition.
So what's your Friday night?
When I was married, we did pizza every Friday night.
Oh, pizza. That's a fun
Yeah,
idea.
and
What
it was
was
just
your-
kind of like, because I work Friday and then Saturday, I would come home Friday always traditionally like exhausted.
That's kind of what it is at our
Uh-huh.
house too. Yeah, I
And
feel that.
yeah, so I would we would order pizza, and for the most part we'd bring it in. Sometimes we'd go out for pizza, and then it would just be like lay back and like everybody would just kind of hang out and we'd try to watch like a
Oh,
family
yeah.
movie or something
That's
like
so
that.
sweet,
You know,
yeah.
or play a game or something like that where we could all do something together.
Just be together, yeah, and hang
and
out as a
then
family.
Saturday was more like the date night or
Oh, I see. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
We're going out.
Yeah, we're going out. We're doing
Yeah.
something else.
But
you know.
you and Chris, you all stay so busy, so it's probably something different every Friday night.
Well, it's so funny because out of the two of us, I would say Chris is a pickier eater.
Oh, okay.
Because he likes it's not a read. I mean, he likes
You're 100% correct.
he likes any combination of bread, cheese, chicken.
There's nothing wrong with that, Chris.
So pizza, quesadilla,
okay.
garlic bread with chicken on it, like chicken wrap with cheese, and I mean that's pretty much the food groups. And I love anything Asian.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I feel so bad because they are both burnt out on Asian. Like we'll go out to dinner sometimes, and like it's like I'm like. They're like, what does everyone get? And then it's like, it's Ren's turn to pick. And then they go,
They're like, we know
oh,
where
it's
we're going.
Ren's turn to pick. He's going to pick Asian. You know what I mean? So I try not to.
But Chris has found stuff he likes there. I've
I
noticed.
do, but it's just
We've ate
Yeah.
there before.
It's just kind of burnt out on it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not I dislike it, but it'll be like, or group text be like, where do y'all want to go? And I'll be like, anywhere. I usually just let them pick.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere but Asian.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's like his new text.
Yeah.
He has it saved in his notes.
just like-
just copy and paste.
Yes.
Anywhere but
ABA.
Asian.
So where did you all
ABA.
end up yesterday?
Oh, we went to Amici's.
Yes.
Ooh, it was
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm, it was.
It's
And
nice.
tap and pour and black barley always hit too, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I really want to try. I really want to try Fall Line because we interviewed them. We interviewed them and
yeah.
Chris from Tap and Pour
they
a couple
have
weeks
food?
ago.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they do.
So they used to. I don't know if they still have this or not. If not, you should bring it back. But they had this burger that had this peach jam on it and a peach. Oh my gosh, it was so
sounds
good. It would have
wild.
like blown
They
Burger Week away.
posted macaroni cone the other day.
Oh.
Is it
Yeah,
macaroni
so
cone?
Yeah, like a little bread cone full of mac and cheese.
yeah.
Okay, I'm here for that. I would eat that.
That's like,
God.
I mean, bread and mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah.
what's the weirdest foods that you all have ever had? That's my blazing saddle. Or-
The weirdest.
I love pupusas, which there is a place here now that has pupusas, and I still have not tried it because it's like over there on the weird side. It's like over there, like off of North Davis, and I just
Oh,
never
okay,
get
yeah.
over there, which
Yeah.
is not far from me,
Yeah,
but
it's
still I
pretty
just
close,
never
yeah.
get over there.
so tell us what that is.
It is like a tortilla, but it's like made out of different stuff to where it's like cornmeal, so it's a little bit more, almost like like a thick tortilla or a very thin pizza crust.
Interesting.
And then
so, yeah.
the meat and the cheese or the beans and the meat are in it. It's
Okay,
all
so this is
Salvadorian.
Oh, okay, that's where mine
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
And then you put like a cabbage salad on top of it and the salsa on
Ooh.
top of it.
Okay, that sounds kind of
And then you eat it like a taco, but your meat and everything is inside that breading.
This sounds amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, next thing we're
It
doing,
is-
we're going to go try this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
So what about
Yes.
you? Is there a weird food that you love?
Well, you know we love sushi Thai too.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Yeah.
sushi Thai.
The quail egg shots.
So yeah, well I guess the quail egg shots.
Yeah, every time someone visits from out of town, that's where we take them, and then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's because that's Kaya's favorite food.
Yeah.
So Gigi every year for Kaya's birthday will make her like a little sushi platter, and then a couple of years ago, Kaya for her birthday party, she was like, "Do you think that we could ask Gigi just to do quail egg shots
God, Gigi was probably so
for all?"
excited.
Well, listen, there was all for these little kids that are in elementary school. I was like, Kaya, I don't think this is like.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's
is-
gonna hit. So then Gigi made her the regular sushi and then just put her a little side
Oh,
of it.
That's cute.
But yeah, but anytime someone comes to visit, we're like, you got to come try this. It's so
Yeah.
fun. Have you tried one?
Yeah, we've tried
Okay,
them. I
awesome.
like them.
Yeah, I think they're good
And
too.
I've had pickled quail eggs too. And
Oh,
I think they're
wow.
good.
Yeah, there's a really cool gourmet grocery shop in Macon that has really good ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then,
And then prickly pear. I've had prickly. It's like a cactus fruit,
oh, okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
it tastes like a combination between like a kiwi and a strawberry.
Ooh,
It's
that
pretty
sounds fun
good.
too. So where do you get
Talk
this?
about the pawpaws and the prickly pear.
Oh,
on that
pawpaw, yeah.
cartoon
Yeah,
That I
with the
can't remember
bears,
The bears.
the fever dream
Yeah.
theory.
I
Yeah.
gotta find out what these
How many bears
are.
were there?
It was a family. They were colorful bears,
Like
a mom-
rainbow or?
No, they were like I think the dad was blue and the mom was red, and then I think one of the little girls was purple or red or blue. I don't know.
Is
Anyways,
this a dream or a real thing?
no, it's a real thing. It's a cartoon. My kids used to be crazy about it. It was on Disney.
Listeners, if you
Interesting.
know,
Yes,
please hit
please.
us up.
Yeah,
It was
so
animated, I'm
I'm trying to
assuming.
figure out what this day.
Wait, was it animated
Yeah,
or were they
that's
like in
They
suits?
were animated.
Okay.
Yeah, they were animated.
Okay.
And it was actually one of the ones that I didn't like. You know, some cartoons you're like, oh my gosh, you know, or when some of the kid
Oh,
shows
yeah.
you're like, oh, you want to watch that? Oh.
But you enjoyed it.
But that one was like kind of cute. You know, they had like little life lessons.
Oh.
and,
Oh, yeah.
You know, they always had their
Uh-huh.
little things, so that was fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's keep on going. So we were going to ask you about yourself, but you said that was going to be such a long story. So I do want to tell the listeners we're not ignoring that. We're skipping straight
Yeah, we'll have to
to.
we'll circle back if there's time. But
Yeah. What got you started in manifesting?
Okay, so I think it all I think we all manifest at some point. Like even when we're young, we're like, "Ooh, I want that," or you know, we put things out in the universe. But what really started everything is we used to live in Tennessee. We lived on the lake, and we had this this porch that overlooked the lake, and there was a tree down by it. So my husband and I, we would sit in the evenings, watch the sunset, and you know, just have a glass of wine, hang out, talk about life. And one evening, he was like talking about the power of attraction, and I was like, yeah, you know, I could see how it could be a thing. I was like, but I don't know if it really works. I think there's so many factors and things in the world that, like, how can you really say, like, that is for sure, that's a thing? And he was like, well, I believe it works, and I'm going to show you it works. So then I was like, please, dear, be my guest. Show me how this works then. So he was like, we were on this porch, and he was like, you see that tree down there by the lake? He said, I really, really want a picnic table underneath that tree. And I was like, okay. So then for 2 weeks straight, that is all he talked about was this picnic table under this tree. So then I would be like, Zach, what do you want for dinner? And he'd be like, I don't know, but it sure would be good on that picnic table. And I was like so sick of hearing about this picnic table. I was about to just go buy one because I was just so done with the picnic table situation.
Yeah, he almost manifested it.
Yes, he almost manifested me buying it. Yeah, so then, but I'll be darned, like a huge storm came through almost 2 weeks to the day, and it washed that picnic table up underneath the tree.
That is so crazy.
Isn't that wild? And all he did, I watched him from the porch, like with my hands on my hips, and he put my waders on, and he got in the lake, and all he did was flip it over and scooch it up underneath that tree.
He was so satisfied.
And I was like, okay, wait a minute, I think this works. Like, I'm going to start using this in my life, too.
I was telling my daughter, who you met, this story last night while we were out to dinner at Amici's. Okay. And she goes, cue to the people who are like, what happened to my picnic bench?
Oh, yeah. They're driving by our house like, uh-huh.
No, and I said, what happened was there was a wife going, we need to get rid of that picnic.
Yeah. That is exactly right. I love that so much.
She was like, every day.
Yep, every day.
Did you get rid of that picnic bench yet? Did you get rid of that picnic
That's
bench yet?
hysterical.
Okay, that's the best ever. Yes. That is
awesome.
so spot on.
And then one day she's like,
oh my gosh, it's gone.
it's gone. He did it.
Yes, I manifested it.
I made this happen.
I love it. That's so fun.
Oh my god! Do you have any more like iconic stories like that? You
Oh
can
my
think
gosh,
of? 'Cause
so,
this is so cool.
many. I feel like we would be here all day if I told you all of them. But one in particular, too, when we first moved to Georgia, our daughter, she was just a baby, and she would not go to anyone. She was so just attached to mom. Mm-hmm. But Zach really wanted to go on date nights again, and he was like, oh my gosh, Becca, we've got to get us to like a sitter so we can at least go out sometimes, you know. So I interviewed probably, I want to say about 30 different people. And every single person, I guess I'm super picky too, but that's your baby.
I know,
Yeah.
your baby, yeah.
So every person I met, I was just like, I don't know. I don't think this is the right fit or whatever. And then Zach was like, you know what? He was like, it's time. And I was like, you're right. I'm going to put it in the universe. So I was like, this is what I'm looking for a sitter. Somebody that is really good and that our kids love. And I just kind of let it be a little bit. But a couple of days go by, and then I'm at the grocery store, and I'm loading all the groceries into the car, and this lady comes up to me out of nowhere, and she says, I don't know if it's God or what. She was like, but I just feel like I needed to come tell you that I watch kids. You would love to clean your house if you're available, if that you're open to that, whatever. And I was like, okay, this is just too weird. So I was like, this is so crazy. And so then I talked to her for a little bit, and she just had all the good vibes. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, why don't you come over to our house this evening for dinner? And she came over to our house, and as soon as she walked in the door, our daughter went straight to her.
Wow.
It was so wild. And then she was our sitter for years and years.
Wow, that's
COVID
awesome.
happened, and then my kids got older. But, yeah, that was one that was pretty crazy. I was just like... And it was amazing. It was just became a part of our family, too.
Oh, that's
awesome.
so cool.
I love that story.
Yeah. But then little things, too. I mean, I use it to get a parking space sometimes.
Oh, that's a good one.
So have you seen those big peacock chairs?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I am a photographer, so I'm like on the search for this beautiful peacock chair for this vision I have for this shoot. So I'm looking everywhere. Cannot find one anywhere. I'm looking on Etsy, and then they would be like around $300 or so, but then I went to hit shipping, and it would be like $2,000 to get it shipped to the house.
Yeah.
So I could never find one like under $3,000, basically. And then I guess, so then, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on the internet, put it in the universe. So I got on Facebook, and I was like, hey, if anybody sees one of these peacock chairs, please let me know, or sees it in their, grandma's basement or whatever, because they're like really old now. But so it wasn't just, I don't know, I think it was like maybe 2 minutes later, I got a message that said, hey, can you call me? So I called the number, and another photographer that was only like 2 miles from my house was selling their peacock chair.
Oh my gosh.
And they were about to move their studio to Atlanta, and they said, hey, do you want to come look at it? So I get out there and I look at it. It's everything I wanted. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wonder how many millions of dollars they're going to want for this. And he was like, yeah. He was like, how about $30?
You're all sold.
I ended up giving him more than that because I was like, I knew how much these things were. And I still have it in my studio now. And I look at it all the time, and it's a good little reminder.
I love that you said that. I love that you said I ended up giving it more because I knew what it was worth. I love when people do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you just like, I think it's
I
the
just
right
think
thing.
it's like the tithe you pay.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like energetically.
Oh,
I
I
feel
love.
like,
Yeah, that's a really good thought. Really.
But that is so cool. So is it just that easy? I guess like you just ask. And
Well, I think you have to work for it too.
Right.
I feel like you can't just daydream and be like, you know what, I want a yacht, and then a yacht appears. I think you've got to get out there and work for the things that you want to.
If you go home and a yacht washes up on your
Yeah.
lake shore, I'm going to die. That would be like, Zach's gonna be like, what'd you do?
Like, don't worry about it.
We're like,
So
when
funny.
we get the episode update.
Yeah,
She did
she
get her yacht.
the yacht is in the yard. So
Oh my gosh.
But even my son too, he's used it recently. I mean, last year he was looking for his dream car, and everywhere looked for a while. But he hears us talking about things, and he's heard these stories many times. So he was like, "Well, I'm going to use it." He's like, "I'm going to put it into the universe. I'm going to power attract this dream car that I have." So then last year he went to Tennessee to visit family, and he's up there and he gives us a call, and he says, "Oh my gosh, I just drove past it. It's the year, the color,
Wow.
everything he was looking for, the interior." And he was like, "And also I bought it." And we're like, "What?" So he's 15 at the time, and we're like, "How is he going to get this car home?"
Yeah.
And we're going to have to go up there and get it and all this. And then he was like, also we're like, "How are you going to get this car home?" And he says, "Also it doesn't run." So we're like, "No, oh my goodness." So we ended up finding this really great tow company to bring it back, and then I kid you not, that car came around my driveway and it was covered in mold.
Oh.
But over the past 6 months, he has turned this hunk of junk car into his dream car.
Wow.
And
That's so cool.
back to the work for it. I mean, he has put so much elbow grease into this car. It's he's turned it into almost $20,000 car after spending less than $1,000 on it.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool, yeah.
That's really cool.
And he's laser focused. I was talking about him with it yesterday, and he's just like, I need this, and I'm going to have to go here to get this. And I was like, oh my goodness.
I could never do everything that he's done with this car. I think his brain just operates so much differently.
Did he
than mine.
teach himself how to work on it?
He did. I'm sure there was some YouTube videos
Oh,
or
yeah, I'm
ChatGPT
sure. Yeah,
hooked
yeah.
in there occasionally.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's just done it all himself.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it would have been me, the whole inside would have fell out as soon as Yeah, I don't even know if I would have gotten it running. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So how about you all? Have you ever manifested anything that's you feel like
Each other.
Yes, right?
We manifested each other.
Yeah.
I think people have manifested things for me. Like my ex, one of the last iconic conversations that we had was he was like, "You just want to be rich and famous," which was like at the time I felt like I was just trying to survive, and then I feel like now I'm entering to this new world where it's like money is kind of coming towards me a little bit easier, and I mean I go places and people are like, "I know who you are.
Oh,
You're the podcast girls," and I never in my life imagined that, So
Aw.
I guess
I love
that's
this for
some of the-
you. This is amazing.
But I think my biggest thing is when I left my ex, I knew it was going to be a big fight money-wise, and I just did not want to fight. So, the only things I asked for was, half the equity of the house, which technically I had made, $80,000 in real estate the year we bought that house, and I put a ton of that back into the house because we bought an older house that we were fixing up. So I asked for half the equity of the house, I asked for custody of my child, I asked for my dog, and I asked for my belongings, and that was it. And then of course we divvied up the little bit we had in savings, and I pretty much just walked out with all this debt and no money. When I left him, I literally left not even making enough monthly to pay the debt I left
so
with.
scary.
Yeah.
But good for
And
you.
then having to go rent a place too.
Though, congratulations for being able to be in that
Yeah.
situation and still step away and be like, you know what, this is not working for me.
Yeah.
And whatever this is going to be, then
Yeah,
it's going to be worth it.
It's going to be worth it.
It's going to be worth it.
So I feel like mine was more prayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I asked God for two things. I asked when I left, because I told God that if I was meant to leave, He had to open the door, which my ex ended up kicking me out, like a whole other story. And so my door was open. I had to leave. And I left, and I just prayed to God. I said, please help me pay my bills.
Mm-hmm.
And please, when I do have my son, because we were in a camp trailer in an RV park, that I could go take him to do fun things. And it would be like, my bills were always paid, not always on time, but they were paid. I didn't ask for specifics.
Here.
Yeah.
Like how,
yeah. And then the other thing is every single time I had my kid, all of a sudden I'd get like this great tip, or I'd have a really busy week and I'd have all this like surplus of money after I paid my bills. So my kid and I would take him. We were just always, we went to Disney World when I was at my brokest moment. We were always traveling. I took him up to Tennessee. I took him to all these places constantly. We went out to dinner every single time I had him. And it wasn't like Taco Bell or pizza or something cheap.
No,
we were going to
memories.
we were going to like Olive Garden, and we were going out to the nice restaurants, and just trying to make memories and having fun.
Everything's gonna
and
be
God
okay.
always gave me that money. So I guess it's manifestation.
No, I
but
think,
it was
I've heard a lot of people say
manifestation
that
through prayer.
too. Yeah. And a lot of people, say manifestation. Yeah, they say it's like prayer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then even my house, I drove by it because my kid wanted to be at Veterans High School, and I didn't have any money. And so then I just had my little bit of equity, which was like $85,000. And I drove by this like beat up mobile home. I was like, okay, God, He wants to be by veterans and I want land and privacy. Make this happen. So I drive by and there's this little like mobile home up for sale. And I was like, that's my place. Like I just knew it in my heart.
You just felt it?
Yeah, I just felt it. And so then they were asking $110,000 for it. And then sure enough, a couple weeks I was like fighting my ex trying to get my money so I can like buy this house, right? And he was kind of dragging his feet with it. And it goes into escrow, like we call it escrow in California, but under contract.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's my house. And I was like, no, God gave me this house. This is my house. Why am I stressing this? Sure enough, 2 weeks later, it falls out of escrow, and they lowered the price to $100,000.
Oh my gosh!
So then I get my money. I only have $85,000, and I'm like trying to get a loan. And the day before we're supposed to close, the whole loan fell apart, and they're like, "We can't lend you this money."
That is devastating. Oh my gosh!
So I'm driving home from Tennessee, and I'm like calling like everywhere. And everybody's telling me no. And I was like, and I called my sister who I was leaving, my soul sister. She was just like, God already gave you the house. You're paying cash for this house. Like, why are you trying to get a loan?
I love.
And I was like,
She sounds fun, by the way.
Yeah. I was like, well, I don't have that extra $15,000. She's like, yeah, you're going to get it. Don't worry about it. So I called up my own personal bank and I was like, hey, can I get a personal loan for like $15,000? They had me approved within minutes.
Oh my goodness.
So I was able to show up to closing the next day, pay cash for my house. According to the government,
so
they think I paid cash.
Yeah.
And it was only like, it was like I was paying rent like $500 a month at the RV park. And I was still poor at this time, when I bought my house. And so I was paying $500 there for rent. And my personal loan payment's only $500. So it was like, and it's going to be done.
Smooth transition.
By September.
Yay!
I'll be done.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness.
So it was just, those are the two things, my biggest things.
Yeah, and that's how it was for us too. Like I kept visualizing things that I kept seeing like dreams and having visions of things that I knew I was supposed to be doing. And I would try, and this is not a bad thing, I would try to share them with Chris, with my husband, but they just weren't his. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so I would like, I want to do this, I want to do this, you know what I mean? And things like that. And so I could just, kind of just caught a vibe. It just wasn't the direction that he wanted to go into necessarily. And I said, well, that's okay. And so I just started basically praying to myself, to God by myself on my own, saying, I really want to find a friend that I can set goals with
Oh, yeah.
and achieve goals, which is oddly specific and very odd to pray for.
But here we are.
But then here we are, yeah. and it was wild because like the first few conversations we had over the month that we were friends, something would come, like every time something would come out of one of our mouths, we both go, "Oh my God, me too!"
Yeah,
Like we still do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's so.
Well,
it's,
it's so funny because I feel like you both are just so incredible on your own, but you complement each other
Yeah.
really, really
Oh,
well.
we really
I
do.
mean, yeah.
We really
in different,
do.
yeah,
I'm so
aspects.
thankful for
I think
her.
so too.
I know, me too.
And I wasn't where she was at, where she was just praying. I was just praying at the time to survive. But there were certain things, like when I bought this spa, that I was like, okay, I bought this, but this isn't where I'm starting. I'm going to do this and this and this the day I bought the spa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like crazy when you meet somebody where you're like, oh my gosh, I think these goals are going to get accomplished. These things that I said out loud that I was going to do are going to happen with her. You know?
Oh, I love.
So I wasn't
wait
in
to see
her
what you all
situation
do.
because of where I was, but it was like I did kind of manifest all that like
Yeah.
ahead of time. You know what I mean?
So what are we manifesting now? What's the goals moving
man,
forward?
there's so
Are we?
much.
Can we say it or
Well,
no?
Sarah's trying to manifest love for
Okay.
for her person.
Let's get to that then, because Zach, when we first met, he actually had a list of traits in his pocket.
Oh my gosh, I need to do that. I have it on my phone, but I
And
should
then-
put it in my pocket and carry it.
Yeah, he didn't show it to me for a while, but then, he showed it to me, and it was like, it was things like has a zest for life, and
Yeah.
or is kind, or just
Yeah.
little things like that. But yeah, that's what you should do. You should write down all the traits
Yeah.
that you're looking for, and just like carry it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a good
I
idea.
did have a situation happen this weekend. I don't even know if I should talk about it yet, but I'm going to say it anyways.
We're excited to talk about it.
No, I'm not going to say a name. I'm not going to say a name.
Okay, no name.
But one thing I did do is like every time a guy hits me up, I'm always like, I'm looking for my person. I'm looking for an old-fashioned romance, and I'm looking for an old-fashioned love story. And literally this weekend, some guy was like, I just need to let you know, I am looking for my person.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not going to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for an old-fashioned love story. I'm looking for old-fashioned romance.
Sarah,
And I was
this
like,
could be a thing.
what the heck? Like, I mean, literally, like, when that guy said that to me, I was like, close my eyes.
It's
I was
okay, we
like,
can
I
get
can't
married
even,
now.
like...
So I don't even know what I haven't dated in like 20 years, so I don't even know what the dating world is like anymore.
It is bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's also dating in your 40s, I think.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because you know what you want.
You kind of
too,
know what you
yeah.
want, and then, like, any guy, it's, like, weird, like, all the guys that... The majority of the guys coming at me are in their 20s.
Oh,
believe it or
really?
not.
Okay.
And I'm like, I
But
have
then also-
20-year-old kids.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
also
interested.
Maturity-wise, you're
Yeah.
like, no.
Well,
don't
I
have
mean,
this.
if I was just out there to like hit it and quit it, that'd be great for me. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for me, you know? But, and then the guys in their 40s, it's like, I feel like when we get in our 40s, we kind of revert back to our teenagehood. I feel like there's like a saying, you know, like girls turn into teenage boys.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like our sexual desire and all that kind of stuff, you know? I feel like men turn into teenage women or
Oh, that's
girls.
hilarious.
You know what I mean? They're like all of a sudden these like little lost, like they don't know what they want to do with their
Oh, gosh,
life,
this
and
sounds
they're
exhausting.
you know what I mean? And it's like the only thing they know how to do is like, well, I guess let's just have sex. And it's like, no,
No. Honey.
no. You know? And you think about when you were young like that, it was just like
Oh.
you kind of felt so like, you know, as a young girl, you're like, oh, I gotta go to college, and I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, or I want to be a photographer, I want to, you know, whatever
Yeah.
we were
All
going to
the
do,
goals,
you
yeah.
know, all the goals. And then you meet these guys, and you're almost like, I don't know if he aligns with me, so I guess like let's just have sex. I don't know what else to do. And so that's where I
hilarious.
feel like these men are. You
Yeah,
know what
okay,
I mean?
yeah.
And so
Phew, I'm so sorry.
I know. Like my goal is I'm looking for somebody like 10 years older because I feel like they're past all that.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Because I don't want to wait till I'm 50 to find a 50-year-old. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Because that's too much time.
Yeah, too much time. Yeah.
For
So
sure.
it's a mess. Don't date at this age.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Hold on
Yeah.
to Zach. Ren, hold on to Chris.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I love
I'm so
Chris.
excited for you too. I think this
Yeah.
could like
There's like
bloom into something
there's
cool.
a saying where people say, don't let your wives hang out with a woman who's newly divorced because she's going to encourage your woman to get divorced.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm the opposite. I'm like, if you can make
Don't
this
do
work,
it.
I've been out there.
if you can make it work, do everything in your power to make it work because it's just not worth it.
It's been 2 years. You ain't talked her into it yet.
I haven't even tried.
Good. Thank you.
Well, and I lucked out. I mean, like, I really did luck out. I mean, Chris, like, I work really long hours, so, like, Chris does the laundry, and, like, he cleans, and, he helps. He's like a true life partner. Like, he really helps with little things. He opens the door for me and my friends, car doors, the doors you walk into. And so it's like, it's kind of like, God, if anything, God forbid anything would happen, I don't know if I would do it again. I mean, I just don't know if I'd do it again. Like, if you know what I mean? Because it's like, God, how do you top
had it
that?
so good,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? And I mean, that's the thing is I don't like to advertise what I have, but it's
That
like,
is so precious. Are those tears?
I lucked
think
out.
they're- You all are so fun too. But I think that's a big thing. You all have so much fun together.
What's that now?
I think you and
Mom,
Chris
I'm
have so much
sorry.
fun together. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's been part of the
It's just they're all
longevity
breaking.
too.
He's a
and, like,
blast. We're like best friends, for
Yeah.
real.
You are. You're like best friends, and you all have a blast together. And I
Yeah.
think that's part of what keeps everything fun and interesting. And
I said that
so
this morning. I
wonderful.
called him, and he picked up the phone. I go, "You're my best friend." He goes,
I
"Oh,
know.
thanks."
Of course I am. Oh.
Were you manifesting Zach, or did he just?
Oh no. You know, it's so funny because I'm very content by myself. Like
Yeah.
even like on a day to day, I like my own company. I
do
don't know if that's a
too.
weird thing to say.
No,
but
I do too, so I get it.
So, and I was so busy when Zach started pursuing me too because I was working 3 jobs and going to school.
Yeah.
Which those are hilarious stories in themselves. At some point, we'll maybe get to those. But the so then he had asked. Actually, so we met at this. We lived in Knoxville, and there was this huge music festival, and they'd bring in like every Thursday night. They'd bring in like just Jack Johnson, the Wailers, like all these big bands.
Yeah.
And everybody would go do it. So we were there, and I guess one of his brothers. Oh, so I've been friends with his brothers for years before I met Zach.
Yeah.
And but we were there. His brother saw me, was like, "Oh my gosh, hey, there's Becca." So then they introduced me, and we stood around and hung out for a while. But then Zach gave me this hug when we left each other. And I told the girlfriend that I was with, I was like, that was the best hug I have ever had in my life. I don't know what it was, but that was like a really, really good hug. So then, you know, that was just kind of that. And a couple of weeks go by, and I guess Zach felt the same way because he started messaging me, asking me to go on these dates. And at the time, though, I'm like working all the time, going to school. I've got my goals, my focus. So like, I was just like too busy, and I kept telling him, I'm so sorry, you know, I can't right now, because I was genuinely really busy. But I thought he was cute and he was fun. And I was like, I've got goals. So eventually, it does work out for us to go on a date, and you know, the rest is kind of history. I mean, there's a lot of history right there that we could get into. But anyway, many years later, my friend had moved away, and I guess she had came back to town, and we had ran into her at a store. And then as soon as she saw us, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Becca, you're with the guy that gave you the really, really good hug."
You're all, yep.
I was like, "Yeah." So he never believed in that story until like she had said it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that really did happen."
That's hug guy.
But you know, it's weird. Like it is funny. It's like when we moved in. Oh, the first time that I went to his house, he had this very strange palm tree lamp, and I was like, "I have that lamp." He was like, "No, you don't. There's no way. This is like the weirdest lamp." I was like, "No, I have one." And then we moved in together, and we put both of those lamps on either side, and they matched. They really were the exact same lamp. It was so strange. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We made the house complete.
Yeah.
That's
cute.
awesome.
That's really cute.
Fun. 20 years worth of crazy stories. So.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, have you always been persuasive?
So I think that's a very interesting question because I don't think I'm persuasive at all. I love when people make their own decisions and they decide for themselves.
Mm.
So I don't see myself.
You're not trying to persuade.
I don't think so. Do you all think I'm persuasive?
I don't know you enough to know.
Yeah, what do you think,
I
Ren?
don't,
I don't know.
I don't get that.
I don't know what I would be persuading.
I don't get the feel that you're like this like persuasive person. Like you meet people who are like genuinely just salespeople. You know what
okay,
I mean?
yeah, I don't feel
I
that
mean,
way.
even when they're like not selling anything, they just
okay.
kind of have that personality
Trying to
where they
get
can
you.
sell anything. You know,
Yeah.
And my mom is kind of like that. You know, she could sell ice to an
Eskimo.
Eskimo. Yeah.
This is what I get more from you. And it's kind of weird to like we talked about things that are weird to verbalize. What I get from you is like, I feel like you are a project manager for somebody's personality, and that's like the best way I can explain it.
That is so interesting.
Because I've seen you just be in a casual conversation with somebody, and they'll say something that's on their mind, like something they've been trying to figure out, or they just or have an idea and they throw it out, and then usually the conversation will keep moving. But what you do is you pause and you'd say, okay, well, what is that going to look like?
Okay.
And then they'll tell you. And I don't want to make you like self-conscious
Oh,
about
no.
it. But then I literally see you like in my mind's eye, like it's not really happening, like you can't see it happening, but I can feel it happening, where you kind of open up this toolbox and you just start asking these probing questions. And you literally see the other person like, oh my God.
Well, thanks, Ren. I think that's a very kind thing to say.
I mean, it's really true though, because you do that a lot with
that
people.
Person. I don't know.
It's really awesome. I love it about you.
Thank you. I love that.
I love you too.
You're so sweet.
I do like that. I don't know you enough to know anything like that, but I think you're a very like shiny, happy, like vibrant person. You've got like
you.
a
I
little
think that
zest
about
for
you all
life.
too, though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you're just a joy to be around. I love that.
I'm going to take you all everywhere.
I love it so much.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're going everywhere from now on together.
We
Doesn't
do
matter what
genuinely
anybody else
love
says.
you.
They think I'm awesome.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
Don't
I have
forget.
people in my life who think I'm amazing. Let me introduce you to them.
Yes. And did you have like a favorite vacation spot when you were growing up, like or a place that you like to go?
Okay, so I grew up in one of the most popular vacation spots. So I grew up in the Smokies.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Really?
cool. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So I grew up in the Smokies. So
I'm a Tennessee girl.
yeah, every weekend was hiking or cool vacation,
Nice.
Dollywood, all the things.
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
So it's hard to say, but I mean, yeah, I think at home that's the best vacation spot there is. I mean, up in the Smokies, it's so magical and pretty, and yeah, that's still to this day one of my favorite spots.
That's awesome. We lived in Tennessee for like 4 years. And
No way, I did not know this.
I actually lived I lived in Knoxville. Yeah.
Ren, you stop it right now.
I went to Farragut and Carnes. Yeah. Yeah.
How did I not know this?
Yeah, and then
Oh my gosh.
I was looking for a photo of it the other day. To play basketball when I was younger, and I went to is it Pat?
What?
Yeah, is it Pat?
Ren, Pat Summit.
Yeah, Pat
So,
Summit. Yeah, I went to
Ren,
her basketball camp and
me
met her
too.
there. Did you really?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God!
What in the
year?
world?
What
so
year?
I'm trying to think.
You guys
I
were like
think I
there
went-
together at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with math.
I am,
We'll have to
like,
figure it
yeah,
out after
we
the
will.
show. We'll sit down and figure it out. But maybe
is
we were
so
we might have been at basketball
wild.
camp together.
But how? Okay, so do you all know Sundown in the City? Do you remember that? Okay, it was like in downtown Knoxville.
The Sphere for the World's Fair.
No, so it's like that huge music festival I was just talking
Oh,
about.
no.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we ever went to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is so crazy. I can't believe that. I'm like mind
I
blown.
don't recognize this town called Knoxville. I know it by another name.
Oh no!
What is the name?
Oh my God, Knockersville.
Oh, gotcha.
It's such like this is like something you'd see on like a T-shirt at a
Oh,
flea
yeah.
market somewhere. I know Paul Stanley says it, but it's just like such a creepy old man
It
saying.
is. It literally is. I'm like, don't
Knockersville.
say it anymore.
26 years ago, so he would have been in his in his late 40s then.
Yeah, Paul
Yeah.
Stanley.
Hey, he's younger than I am now.
Oh.
Well, we already kind of did tell it. Where did you guys meet? Did you say? Because you
Okay,
did
yeah.
kind of tell us your love story, but
Yeah, so we met in Tennessee, but I was friends with his brothers for
Yeah.
years before I
is Zach
knew
from
him.
Tennessee too?
He is. It was so weird because we grew up on opposite sides of the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
So,
Yeah.
like, but you know, it's so funny after even going to college and all the things, meeting so many different people. But then once I met him, I was like, wow, I would have never expected that he would have grown up so close to where I grew up. It was so,
Yeah, just
odd.
different, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He was on the more North Carolina side, huh? So you're like,
Well-
yeah, you're like, it's not the same.
So his town is Sneedville. And my town was
Sneedville.
I know where that is. That's awesome.
I think we had one more red light than they did.
Yeah.
Did you guys always know you wanted kiddos, or?
So no, I really didn't think that I would ever have kids until I met him, and I was like, you know what, this is like the one person that I think I would want to have kids
Yeah.
with, and that it has these same values and ideas and would raise kids the way that, you know, I
Yeah.
think would be best. So yeah, so
I'm
I
glad
didn't
you
think
did,
so. Me
'cause-
too, because they're awesome, right?
They are.
Yeah.
I haven't met your daughter yet, but I met
yeah.
your son, and he's so cool. But I
Yeah.
freaking live for when you post photos
Okay,
of
I
those
need to get back to that.
father-daughter dances.
Oh,
are
yeah.
so cute.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so
Follow you.
yes. Well, you know, I took a break from social media for such a long time, but I'm I'm like this close to coming back and really like just sharing all the things again, because I do miss it, and I miss seeing other people's things too. So
But I love like she can conceptualize like what look she wants and then just execute it.
Oh,
And-
Kaya?
Yeah, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's done that like ever since she was like real little.
that's true. She does, and she does a lot of sewing and crafts
Yeah.
and all the things too. So she just gets these visions, and she's like, "I'm gonna create it." So yeah, Zach has a music festival he's going to in a couple of weeks. So he was like, "I think I need some sort of like fun mask for it," and she's like, "I got you."
Oh, I love
So
that.
Make
she's
this
been,
happen.
yeah, she's
I
been
love
sewing
that.
it. It's like furry. It's
Oh,
wild.
cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah.
That's really cute. My kid is really into that too. Like his whole look, he like made him a jacket. He's
Oh,
just like-
really?
Yeah, he loves.
He's
just, like,
really good at
Oh.
fabrication.
Yeah,
That is
he has
such
the
a
same
neat
thing. He
talent.
has like a vision, and then he like makes his own patches and
Really? So has he sold them anywhere, or is he kind of thinking of that, or is it more
him to
art?
do that. I told him to do that, and here's his like. He's like, yeah, but it takes away for what I'm trying to stand for.
So what is
And
that?
he's like, I'm going for the punk look. Well, part of the punk look is you have to create your own look.
Oh, okay.
He's
Well,
like, so if
so
you're
then if you're-
selling it, then
then
people
it's-
are just buying your vision.
that's true. I can see where he's, yeah.
And so
I can see where
he's like, I
going with that.
can't. He's like, I can't sell it.
Unless
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he was
sold-
willing to make something for Chris because it was like he
Aw.
loves Chris, and
Mm-hmm.
it was for Christmas, and you
That's
know,
sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see where his thought process in that is.
Yeah, but
That's
I
pretty
did
cool for
tell
him
him
to
he
stay
should start
authentic.
selling patches. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
that would be fun.
That would be
yeah,
cool.
and I even told him, I was like, dude, you could sell them here. You know, we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a little spot for you to put them. You know.
Yeah, I want to
So-
see some at some point.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely. Okay, so tell us about real life. What is your career?
Okay, so I am an underwater and adventure photographer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think so. It's so fun.
That's such a cool thing to say too.
So with the photography in general, so it actually, I was in school, and then, well, I think actually it all started with Sage. Once he was born, I would post all of these little pictures of him and things, and then other moms would be like, "Hey, could you take pictures of my kid?" And then it just kind of snowballed from there. And then eventually I was like stepping back from it, and I was like, you know what? I really, really love this so much. I get to capture people's stories, like, and it's, I'm capturing their stories from their children being born until, like, you know, and even now I've got some that are like high school seniors, and I did their newborn pictures, and I'm like, how is this possible?
Right? That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, so then it, you know, it's like I've went through so many different avenues of trying to figure out, you know, what is my thing that I love to do, and through things like taking newborn pictures and oh my gosh. But then eventually it started, I started doing a lot of elopements.
Yeah.
So just traveling all over the world and taking pictures for people who were just getting married in gorgeous places, which was so fun. Yeah, but then I ended up having to have knee surgery. So while I was down and trying to recover from the knee surgery, I was like so itching to get back and be creative, and I had all these ideas building up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find something that's a little less impact, and especially while I'm like trying to get healed. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this underwater thing.
Yeah.
So I did a couple of shoots, and oh my gosh, I just really, really fell in love with it. So you can be so creative, and
Yeah.
there's so many just things out in the world that, you know, that you can add to and really help tell other people's stories. So then yeah, so then I started working with all the other underwater photographers in the U.S. There's not that many. And then, yeah, that's kind of how it all has come about.
That's really cool.
That's so
Thanks.
cool.
But yeah, the clients are always phenomenal too, because they're usually adventurous people if they want to
Yeah.
hop in a pool. But yeah, the process is so much fun. So basically, it all starts with a call of you just tell me all about yourself and what you're into and why you're even doing this shoot and all the things, kind of like we were talking about, where
Yeah.
a little bit probe of like what is your why?
Yeah.
And I try to bring that why to life and make it just a really magical experience too. But yeah, so we plan it out. We do a whole inspiration board, and then typically, if it's an underwater shoot, then I'll build a whole set underwater. And then they just show up and they get their hair, their makeup, all the things. We've got a client closet with like 300 gowns in it, and yeah, they've got their snacks, their playlist going. We've got a whole safety team, and then we just make it a party for them.
Wow.
That's cool.
And
That
this
sounds
is at
like
your
fun.
place? Your
Yeah.
house? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
so I do a lot. But then if somebody does want fish or coral or something like that in there,
you'll
then
go somewhere
we've got
like that,
options.
yeah.
Yeah, but they have to be a strong swimmer, and yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten like photos of like really cool sea life and stuff like that, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
whale or something?
Yeah, I actually have. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'll have to send you some.
Yeah.
But yeah, just there's been lots of fun photo opportunities, but there's also been a couple of like slightly scary ones where you're like, oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I am a mom. I am
Yeah.
a mom.
Okay. Yeah, where's that line of okay, be safe?
Yes.
But I'm pretty big on safety too, so I try to make sure all of the sessions are at least
Yeah.
only get too adventurous if I'm out on my own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you kind of asked one. I was going to ask, like, I put the peaks in the past because that's kind of like our little thing that we do when we go on vacation. But like, what have been like the best memories of photography?
Yeah.
But you kind of
Gosh.
answered it, like
Yeah.
seeing, photography when you are taking pictures of a little newborn and now they're
Oh my
graduating,
gosh,
you know
yeah,
what I
just
mean?
watching
And-
families grow has been really, really amazing.
Yeah.
And just watching people grow too, like whether it be if they're going
Yeah.
through a divorce and then watching them come out of it and thrive,
Yeah.
or just like couples and all the
Yeah,
things,
all the
friendships.
things, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. Just I think the people aspect is definitely the highest peak.
Yeah. And the past would probably be the dangerous moments that you're like,
maybe,
why
yeah.
did I do this?
Well, what sparked Trunorth Creative? Like, what do you feel like there was a need that needed to be met, or what kind of sparked your studio and everything?
Yeah. Let's see. So the spark, I think, it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that even when I was a little kid, I would like rummage through all the National Geographics and stuff, but it always felt like that was never a real job.
Yeah.
And then I think the real spark was when I was like, oh my gosh, people will pay me money for this, and they like enjoy it. This is a fun thing, and it's
I think that's the best thing is I think some of the two best things are getting paid to do what you love, and being praised by your peers in that same industry. It's like it's so satisfying.
It is. It's very rewarding. But I think too, it's just like people. I don't know too. Yeah, it is. It's just a good. It's all the feels too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So.
What did you go to school for originally?
So I
What
went
were
to
you in
school
college
for business.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking something with business, but I was thinking international business at the time too, and
Yeah.
I was hoping to like work with the languages and things like that. But
Yeah.
now that just gets used when I travel, so it still
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you still used your schooling, I guess, in
I guess
your
in some
photography
way,
business.
yeah.
And sometimes underwater can feel international, so I guess.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
that is very true. And sometimes underwater is international too. Yeah, so that happens too.
Does Zach have any other crazy like manifestation stories that you could share for him?
I'm trying to think. Well, me. No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
How many
he
qualities did you hit on that list? By the way, we never even asked.
Oh yeah, well, I don't. He says all of them, but I don't know. I mean, that would be awfully like of myself. But Zach lives his life like manifesting. I think he. I mean, Tesla's for sure.
Yeah.
I think his password, well, maybe I can't say that, but.
Girl,
leave that off.
Yeah. Here's his username, his password, his social security number.
Blood type. Yeah.
And his social security number.
His address and his birthday.
Because I think he just like does that. I think he just like lives where he's just like always thinking of something, his next thing that he's hoping to attract to. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's good for our kids too to see him be like, okay.
Yeah. And what does he do for a living? Do you
So
mind
he
us
does-
asking?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's only $5.
Yeah. We'll leave it on the back of the toilet, okay?
So he does IT. So yeah, he
Yeah.
does a, it's so funny when we like, one night we were sitting at dinner, I was like, asked the kids, I was like, for $500, what is your dad's job?
Oh my gosh, it's hysterical.
Because it's very intricate. I know he works with a lot of telecommunications and things like that too.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like the back end of just making things work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the knowledge and information pushed out, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. He
That's
uses
cool.
a lot of Excel. I know that.
Typey.
I always say, like, that's like the one job I could never do is just sitting behind a desk.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
even sitting here for this long, I'm like so wiggly.
Wiggly.
I'm like, let's get off
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
let's do something now.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I don't think being a programmer or something like that would ever be my dream job. But I think for all of us, I think we're all very active in
Yeah, we're pretty nomadic.
Yeah.
I like a change of scenery every few minutes.
Me too. As we sit stuck in a dark room all day.
Yeah. and it's so funny. If I sit for too long, my subconscious literally will stand me up and start moving me.
Really?
It's the funniest thing. Like we'll be sitting watching like a TV show or something, and I'll
You're
get
just
up,
like,
and
I
he's
gotta
like,
go.
"Oh my gosh, I gotta freaking pause it." He's like, "Just tell me when you're gonna get up," and then I'll pause it. I'm like, I don't know. It just
Yeah, it just
happens.
hits. Yeah.
Like it happens before I even realize what's happening.
But I feel like with what you all do, you get so many different personalities coming into your space.
We do.
That it kind of helps it, kind
Yeah.
of regulate that, like, at least so you get to see and speak to new people.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
helps keep it active
Fresh.
and fun. Yeah, fresh. There
Yeah,
you go.
fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, quality time with yourself. If they're just laying there sleeping, you're just like,
Yeah, so
what
do
am I
you...
manifesting?
I'm gonna get the grocery store.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, where does your brain go? Like,
I try not to think of anything like that. I try to, because then I'll start getting anxious, and I
Yeah.
never want to put,
that on the client.
anything like that.
No,
on the
yeah, you don't
client.
ever want to like put that kind of energy
Yeah,
in the
so
room.
if I start thinking about anything else, like Ren knows, she'll be so many times she'll be like, "What are you thinking about over there?" I'm sorry.
Because we can feel it. Like,
Yeah.
we feel it off
Yeah.
people because we're in their space all the time. Like you can, and like even if a client kind of starts like ruminating, you can literally feel it, the shift in the room when you're
Really?
touching them. And so you'll say, "How's that pressure?"
Yeah,
Interesting.
You're really
Now I'm
tight,
like,
on this side of
yeah.
your shoulder. Like, what were you doing this week? Like, you try to get them to start
Gosh, I'm
talking,
rethinking every massage I've ever had.
and they'll kind of start to like loosen up and relax a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Well, good for you all for being able to sense that too and know when to
for
help.
sure. So I try to stay in like the dream-like state. So I'm always trying to like I dream about the future, or dream about,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
positive
Like,
things
I have
too,
a
yeah.
mobile home on my property right now, and I really want a barn dominium. So I'll like imagine exactly how I want my barn dominium. I would love to have like a small farm out there. So I think about those kind of things.
Okay, I love
while
that.
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there,
What do you think about?
So a lot of visualization of like things I want to, the things I was talking about, the things I want to see in the future. I will visualize what I want and I'll imagine walking through it.
Ooh, that's
Like
good,
a lot,
man.
almost like what do they call that, a crystal palace?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
That's
exactly
awesome.
what I do.
And then sometimes I'll dream about it and I'll call Sarah. I'm like, oh my God, I had a dream about the future. And I'll be like, and there was such a cool story. I wish I'll have to share it when we get off the air, but there was such a cool story that happened the other day with this dream. And I was like, you will not believe it. And I described everything. And she was like, whoa.
Wild. That's so fun.
Well, I mean, unless you have anything else you want to share.
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Again, thank you all so much.
Yeah. Do you want to shout out your socials or how people can find your photography?
Sure. Or we could just drop them if we can. But it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll just put them in the comments if that's all right. Or
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Chris has us.
Awesome. But thank you all so much again for having me.
you
This
so
has
much
been
for
such a pleasure. And you all,
coming
I'm
here.
honored.
Yeah, coming
Yes.
here and letting us ride in the Teslas. That was like a first for all of us.
Aw,
Like
so it makes me so
Cybertruck
excited.
and
Yes.
Teslas and driving through cemeteries.
That was the
looking
first for me,
ghosts.
though. Yeah.
That was my first ghost hunting experience.
That was, yeah.
I know we're gonna have to like maybe we can like fly out and meet you somewhere like and see you work. Like that'd be so cool.
Oh,
to
I would
do.
love that.
That'd
Or
be
even
so much
like
fun.
even an underwater day, just stopping by and just seeing how it all works is so crazy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we could do like an on-site second episode and like
I would love that.
do the day with you and like just observe and then like talk to you about it that day. It'd be
Okay,
so
yeah.
fun.
Well,
So
if
much fun.
you're,
Yeah.
if the crowd wants it, we will make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let us know.
Let us know if you want to see that.
Yes. Again, I'm so excited to see what you all do in the future. I think it's going to be just amazing.
Oh, same with you too.
yeah.
I really want to get over it. Oh yeah, can people just visit your studio, or do they need to make an appointment to visit you?
Okay, yeah. So that's a great question. It is better if you make an appointment.
Okay.
However, in May, I'm going to start doing a walk-in Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah, so
cute.
then-
That's a
so-
cute idea.
Yeah, so you'll have a little bit of time to, like, if there's somebody that just needs headshots or just something kind of quick,
Yeah.
they can just stop by and get their pictures done. But I'm also going to do.
I'm going to remember that because I have people I hire. I always want them to go get headshots.
Oh,
so
for
I'll
sure.
remember
Yes.
Please, yeah.
And
I'm so close.
This is
Yeah.
such a weird request, but like, would you be able to do a passport photo?
Oh, of course.
Because every time I go get my passport
Ren, I have
photo,
dreams. I want to take your picture underwater. Like,
Oh,
so
my God!
much.
Could you imagine?
I can't imagine. I'm so
I
excited.
can't even
wanna
say
do
the
it so
word I
bad.
want to say because we'll get like blurb. I can't even imagine if my passport photo was me underwater.
Okay, they won't let you do that.
Like
but,
what? I would be like,
but that
"That's
would
what
be
I want."
amazing.
So
I would have that
awesome.
for sure. But then I'm also going to do a open house and ribbon cutting with the Perry Chamber and the Warner Robins Chamber on April the 30th at 4 p.m.
Nice.
I would love it so much if you all came. Or
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
What
any
was
of
the
your
day
viewers.
again?
April the 30th
Okay,
at 4
30th.
p.m.
At
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
p.m.
we'll be
Okay.
there.
Okay, we'll take a look and see.
Yeah, it's just right down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I have something going on April 30th, but
I see how it is. I'm just kidding.
I could never remember. I
Yeah.
can remember certain dates for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I have going on that day?
There's
but I
something.
think it's in the morning, so I think I should be good.
Well, I would love it, yeah. But
Yeah,
if you
we'll
can't, then
come.
you'll have to come another
Yeah,
time and
yeah,
we'll
for
scope it
sure.
out.
Yeah.
But yes, oh my gosh, thank you all so much.
Thank
This has been amazing.
That's a wrap.